Welcome back to the road to KSP2. This is, us launching Tyche Station. It's going to be our main base of operations station-wise for the foreseeable future. I know that we've launched multiple stations in the past, but unfortunately, due to the update, all of our stations have gotten wiped out, as have a good majority of our crafts. So we're gonna have to redo a whole bunch of missions. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but it's also not, because we have enough tech. We can do a good portion of those missions pretty quickly. So yeah, that was the first stage. It was landing back down, and the second stage is actually going to be doing a lot more than what normally our second stage does. Our second stage normally just brings things to here where we are now. And yeah, and then normally doesn't do a whole lot more, but we have enough fuel to bring it up to about 500 kilometers above the surface of Kerbal, and that's good for us because it's a good location. It's high enough up to kind of differentiate it from the normal just space junk, and it should help us establish, pretty good foundation in, I'd say middle Earth orbit. It's not exactly high Earth orbit. Ooh, we accidentally knocked the thing a little bit there. Yeah, so this thing had barely enough fuel to do really anything. But it, that's enough. It's fully reusable. This entire mission, we got everything back. Granted, there's probably a little saltwater damage, and it probably took a lot of money to get the boat to go over there and pick it up, but that's not our problem. So we have basically just aced this mission. This mission went flawlessly, and yeah, and it was at a pretty good sunsetish time. But anyway, guess what else was at sunset? It was the Intelsat launch from SpaceX. Yeah, look at it go there. I did a horrible job of taking a good video of this great launch, but guess what did? The drone ship. Yeah, I mean, it's blurry, but it looks awesome. I mean, I wish I was out towards the drone ship. That is a cool, just amazing view from shore. Or not from shore. But yeah, it was an amazing launch. Yeah, just wanted to share it with you. And here we are with the X3 Taipan, taking off the runway pretty quickly. It's, it's going off to do, basically go up and dock with the station. And it was kind of like a test mission to see if we can get to the station and have enough fuel to do so. I mean, it's pretty easy. I believe we had enough fuel. Believed being the term there. We did not. I'm gonna leave that in. I'm gonna leave my yawn in. Anyway, yeah, there was a lot of time spent getting a best time for encounter, and then this is when I started to feel like this wasn't gonna go so well. But I was gonna be like, nah, we're gonna do this anyway, and see if we can just get back on the skin of our teeth. No. I mean, yes, but no. This mission is technically a success. We do get the Taipan back on the ground, but not without its fair share of problems. So here we are, going along, and we're swapping out Bill for Jeb. And Jeb's coming back, and he's meeting up with Valentina inside the ship, and then we are leaving because we need we need Jeb for other missions. So here we are. We're about to, well, we are returning right now. We're using monopropellant, and we're using basically like the inverse of the Oberth effect, go into the apoaps to decelerate. And it is not a great time for us right now, because not a whole lot of monopropellant really left. It's taking us quite a few passes of the ground here, or not the ground, of the planet here, and we don't have enough fuel. That I'm just gonna plainly say that we do not have enough fuel. But you know what's really funny and happens to have enough fuel and always has enough fuel? The RCS packs in Kerbal RCS packs. They don't run out of fuel. Well, they run out of fuel, but if you go back inside, they don't run out of fuel. So we had to push our rocket back. Yeah, they had to literally get out and push. Yeah, no, I'm going to do a quick little cut here, like you see right now. I don't know why it's... Yeah, I'm going to do a quick little cut here in just a second, and you'll see the last push and all of that. But yeah, here's one of our last little pushes, and we should be heading back down in a couple of seconds. Oh, yep, just one more push. There we go. Thank you, Jeb. Oh, nope. All right. Yep. Thank you, Jeb. You don't need to push anymore. All right, Jeb. All right, there we go. Oh, no. Jeb is still pushing. He just really enjoys pushing the craft. All right, now we're done. And now we're actually going to take a pass through the atmosphere. Finally. And hopefully this is deorbiting us. And yes, it is. This is our deorbit. Now, I noticed something very unfortunate here. The front of the craft is a little too heavy when there's no fuel, and so it's really hard to keep the nose up. And I end up not being able to do that, and it breaks the landing gear. Sorry if that was a little too hard to see, because yeah, it's hard to see because I had to put that at like 15 times speed. Anyway, this is the focus of the entire episode. This is the Charmer. It's the SSTO tug. It's so we don't have to do that again. It runs off of a nuclear engine and of just liquid fuel. And it was launched on a heavy, a Miami Heavy. Because that's the name of the vehicle that the thing just got launched on. It was launched on a Miami Heavy in a fully expendable layout. It took so much to get this thing into space. Holy cow. And yeah, I decided to do the full circularization with the Miami Heavy and everything, because like, I mean, it was a lot. I had to go up super high, and yeah, it was a pain. This mission right here was a pain. Anyway, I'm lowering it back down now because I needed to go up that high in order to circularize, but now I'm going down to about 100 kilometers, and I'm going to circularize down there, because normally what we do with the SSTOs is we circularize at around 70, and so I just need to bring them up, or not 70, about 75, and I just need to bring them up so that we can, actually use it. So yeah, here it is, completing its burn, going down to 100 kilometers. And when it's down there, basically it's going to dock 2 SSTOs to the side, and then it's going to go to its destination, which is the new space station we just launched. Granted, right now, this vessel is currently larger than the space station we just launched, but that is fine. That's okay. because it really just doesn't matter that much. Because this is Kerbal Space Program, and it's not like in real life when if you wanted to dock a starship to the ISS, you would basically break apart the ISS by hitting it with the starship. Yeah. Anyway, here we are in the X3 Cobra. I decided to do a cockpit view of this for right now. I understand that it is really hard to see, and I figured out that I just had my landing gear out the whole time. That's why we kept getting pulled down. I'm an idiot. Anyway, this is the Cobra. The Taipan's basically out for the count. It's broken. Did you not? Yeah, it was probably too fast to see, but the entire wing was torn off one side. So it's just it's not gonna work. And here we are pitching up so we can actually get into space. I'm not the best with SSTOs, but I've seen I've kind of felt like pitching up kind of at the last minute kind of helps a lot. Maybe that's inefficient. I don't know. And yeah, I think that's, pretty good. All right, we're going to encounter it, and look at that. Only 20 meters per second compared to the 200 it took the other time. Yeah, this is just so much better. It does take a while to, finally get there, but I guess it's better because like Dragon takes like 2 days to get to the ISS. I mean, yeah, 3 hours is a much better wait than 20 minutes. And there it is. There's the not the station, but the tug. Well, I guess it is kind of worse because you have to go to the tug and then you have to wait for the other one to meet up. But it's probably only still several hours. Yeah. Here we are. We're coming in for a close encounter of the Kerbal kind. All right, there we are. There's the station, and now I'm going to line it up with the docking port. It took me a second to do that because I forgot didn't have SAS on. Probably a good idea to have SAS on, and then I found out that I was facing the wrong way because I wasn't using the docking port to align myself, which is a mistake. Yeah. There it is. There is our docking port. And I have to align it so that it, doesn't look ridiculous flying through space. It probably would only change it'd probably be a pain. Yeah, but there it is. There it is, all docked. And now we are going to orbit just a little bit. Wanted to orientate it a little bit better. And then I just did a smash cut to the other side docking in. And here it is coming in real close. This has been quite a long episode. Whoops. And yeah, we're coming in and we are going to dock to the station. Not the station, but the tug. Real soon. Here it is, coming in. It is kind of a unfortunate thing that it requires 2 to dock to it. Probably should have made it like off-centered, the engine or something like that. But I thought the idea of 2 was cool, and then I could say like in lore it spins so the Kerbals have gravity inside of the thing. I even tried that later, but it's fine. Anyway, this is going to be basically the end of the episode. Yeah, it was a good episode. Thank you guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, thank you for 350. And now I think we're at 370. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Let's get this 375.